didn't really elaborate on. Nothing crazy for.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna say no out of pocket.
Oh, ask him how you made his spread.
We'll worry about that after. On Indicted, it's about prison, right? But we always ask how it was when you were growing up. What was it like for you in the foster care scenario, dog? Because you mentioned that it was up.
Check this out. I got my homie that got killed. I mean, my homie that got arrested with me. He ended up getting killed like 2 weeks later. The homie that his dad, we used to jack the weed from him. Yeah, he ended up getting killed. And I was walking to his house, and I heard the gunshots. But you know, you don't think nothing because you hear that shit every day. But when I got to his house and I seen the ambulance and everybody leaving, I realized that he had got hit. He died that night in surgery, about 14 years old. He was a youngster, yeah. But that right there is what changed me to become cold-blooded. I was cold-blooded after that. You know, I learned that. I learned about revenge. I learned about, you know, avenging somebody's death. And it's like, it's sad, bro. It's sad because, you know, those things when you're young turn you into an animal, and that's what it did to me, you know. But.
And what was it like when you guys were in that foster home? When you said you lived with that other family and they were abusive.
So when I got into the foster home, the lady, I remember, you know, everything's different. When you're a little Mexican boy and you end up in a black household, it's complete culture shock.
It's boring as hell.
So I remember the first night that she fed us was like soul food, you know, like collard greens, black eyed peas, cornbread, like that. And I never ate like that, you know. And I'm just sitting there like picking up my food, and the lady was just so like, you don't get up until you're done, basically. So like I remember one night, I think I sat there till like 11 p.m. So she finally was just like, get the out of here, you know. Like I said, she was abusive too. She wasn't no nice lady. Her sons, she had 2 sons that used to try to pick on my brother because my brother was real timid, and I wasn't, you know. And I used to have to back my brother up, so I'd basically get beat up by the 2 brothers backing up my brother. But yeah, it was just abusive, bro. The lady would give us money to go to the store, and like $1 each, you know. But she would give it to her sons, and her sons would jack us, and we'd end up fighting. It was just bad, bro. You know, it was just, we had to get out of there. It just added, like, how do you say it? It wasn't a helpful situation. You know what I'm saying? They put us in the wrong house. Because after that, we told the social worker what was going on, so she moved us to another house, like in Covina or something, and that one was love. That lady, like, treated us. She cared, you know. She had a big house,
Completely different vibe.
Bro, we were there like 3-4 months, I think, at that house, you know, and it's like, she was a real one. The other lady was just in there probably for the money, you know. She was, but this lady, yeah, I remember that lady.
Why you only last 3 or 4 months there? Just because it was.
Because my mom got us back.
Oh,
Yeah, we were there until my mom did what she needed to do to, you know. But you know, it's man, bro, it was hard. It was hard because, you know, when you come from abuse, you know, it's like you react. You know, if you've been abused your whole life, you're only gonna know how to abuse people as you grow up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And that's how I became. I just became abusive, you know. But now, like I look at it now, like I said, I'm all about reflection, and I'm about, you know, doing what's right, and you try not to do those things anymore. You know, you can't. I don't know. You just can't look back.
I completely understand. Let's shift gears, because
Okay.
that's deep right there. That's deep, and I get it 100%. But so you gotten sick with cancer.
Yeah.
The joint, and they shipped you off to a real hospital. How long were you in the hospital for?
I was in the infirmary for like over a year, in the infirmary at the prison.
Okay.
And then I was in the actual hospital different times. One time was like 3 weeks. Other time, and then I go back to the prison, and then, you know, I go back to the hospital for a month. They'll do
In
this.
total, how long do you think you would spend the actual
Maybe 6 months
in the actual hospital.
in the actual hospital. But the infirmary is a hospital too.
But it's not the same though.
I mean, no, because they're guards.
But I mean, were you still right there flipping, watching the Kardashians?
No, right? No.
That's what I mean. You know, so you're still.
It was prison. Yeah, definitely
still
prison.
enjoying. What was it like? What were some sick advantages of being in the regular hospital? Obviously, it sucks that you gotta be there.
Yeah.
Right? But
Some of the perks.
yeah, what were the perks? Not the
Some of the perks about being in a hospital when you're in the joint is, you know, you get cable TV. You know, I remember watching reality shows, Pawn Stars, and all these different things, Kardashians, because you know you never see it. I remember watching, you know, gangster movies and on TV. Normal, it makes you feel normal. The thing is that you can't call nowhere. You can't use the phone.
That's what I was gonna say. So no visits, no phone.
No visits, no kisses, no nothing, bro. But because you're being treated, your loved ones are able to call like twice a week to like a coordinator, like a nurse coordinator, and the nurse, and they'll be like, "How's he doing?" Okay, like today he did chemo. Today he's doing better. Today he's walking. You know, that a little progress bulletin.
Yeah, a little
Update. So at least they got that. And then the lady will come in and be like, "Hey, your wife called. She said, you know." So, but I'll tell you one thing, homie. Being sick in prison, being sick is awful anywhere. Period. Being sick in prison is. I remember feeling so alone, like thinking, man, like I'm chained to this bed. I can't go nowhere. I'm sick. I'm probably gonna die, right? And I remember thinking like now what, you know? But I shook shit off quick because I'm not that type of individual that's gonna sit there and let run me down. So it's like, okay, you're sick, so we're gonna fight. And since that day, I had a different attitude, you know. I think attitude has a lot to do with how you feel, how your body reacts. You know, the brain is powerful. So yeah, I changed my thought. I didn't feel sorry for myself, but definitely I felt alone. I felt isolated. You cry, you know. You when shit gets real and you got nobody to turn to but yourself, what are you gonna do? You gotta tell yourself the truth. I mean, you can't lie to yourself all the time, you know what I'm saying? So eventually, like, you sit there and you tell yourself up, and it comes out, and it's fine, you know. We're all human. You know, people talk, but hey, homie, yeah, cry. So what? Everybody does
Absolutely.
it, you know. But when you come close to death, like real death. You know, because people always say, "I don't give a fuck if I die." What? If I die, I die. Bro, that was like this, knocking on my door, and I cared, homie. And to this day, I care. You know, it made me care. It made me, you know, it made me a better person. You know, obviously, you know, we're human. We have flaws, but, you know, just because, you know, one door closes, another opens. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I live my life. I look at it from that aspect, you know. The prison thing, bro. The prison up, homie. Straight up. It you up. I don't know one motherfucker that came from prison that you could sit there and say it was a breeze, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? The thing is for me, it was addiction, bro. You know, temptation. Temptation's hard in prison. You know, I don't have that. Luckily, I don't have that anymore. Like you know, you could saca la bolsita right now, fool, and I'm straight. I don't need that shit. But before, you know, you get bubble guts, and you know everything starts turning, and it's like, thank God I don't have that anymore. You know, I'm sober today. And I don't ever want to go back to prison, homie. You could have that shit. Like, I've discharged my number. You know, this is the first time. I've been off parole since 2018. So I've been on parole for a few years now, you know. It's still scary though, because when the cops pull you over, they look at you like you're on parole, and it's like, nah, fool, I'm not. But cops still scare me. I'm traumatized. I'm not gonna lie. People say, well, if you're not doing nothing wrong, then you got nothing to worry about. Bullshit. It got me up because it's real easy for a cop to search my car and come out with something that wasn't there, and there I am back in county. Now, can that happen? Maybe not, but it's not impossible. And I'm that I have assault on a Huda. I got a battery on a peace officer. I got all these things that involved officers. So when they run my shit and all that shit comes out, what do you think? They're gonna be like, F this fool. Well, yeah, you want one of us? Think, you know what I mean? Luckily, I don't put myself in those positions anymore, bro. I live a straight line. I go to work. I don't do drugs. You know what I mean? I don't backstab nobody. I don't get in nobody's way. And those are all that I learned from prison. And I'm applying it out here, And it's funny because, I've been networking, out here in LA and doing this and that. And people tell me, because they see me with this person, they see me with that person, they see me here with you, and it's like, how are you doing that? And I'm like, I just pull up. I mean, if I could do it on a little 4-yard and be good, why can't I do this out here with people who are just like me? So that's where I'm at now. It's just, I feel like I'm with my people. You know what I'm saying? Like you, like the people watching, like you're my people. So it's like, if I'm telling you, it's because I care about you. And I hope that you could see something in me that be like, damn, this will spin facts. Or, not everybody's going to understand it. I get it. But for those of you that do understand it, it's all love, You see me, come at me, say hi, shake my hand, holler at me, I'll holler back. Life is simple, homie.